I'm Kevin Klein. Let's talk about the appointment of the City of Winnipeg's new CAO. His name is Michael Jack, and recently at Council, we voted to affirm him as the selection for the CAO. That's a selection that I opposed. Now I want to show you what I said at Council. That explains why I voted opposed to this.
Madam Speaker, I'm going to rise today in opposition. And I want to be very clear that this is not about Mr. Michael Jack. I admittedly have had very few interactions with Mr. Jack personally. The ones that I have had have been brief, they've been polite, and they've been professional. My opposition to this is that we really have missed an opportunity. We missed the opportunity to bring a new approach to the City of Winnipeg internally. We missed the opportunity to bring on different ideas, creative solutions, to bring in somebody who has no history or relationships with the public service, a fresh, new outlook on the city. I'm not going to say that Mr. Jack cannot do that. I wasn't involved in the interview process, and I certainly have been involved in many of them during my lifetime. And I'm not going to judge that person when I was not given the opportunity to be a part of the interviews. But this was the perfect time. And anybody in business management will tell you this was the best time for change. This was the best time to say no more status quo at City Hall. We're going to move forward. We're going to take a different direction, and we're going to focus on a different direction. Because people in Winnipeg are a little tired of the status quo. If you look at what's happened over the last just few years, $1 million cost to residents because of the police pension debacle, the impact of the court loss of impact fees. We missed filing a $50 million lawsuit for the Deacon water treatment plant. We hired that same company on other occasions. If we look at the saga of the police headquarters, we don't know how many change orders were approved and by whom. But we do know that the company that we have claimed at fault, we've hired. These are things that maybe an outside perspective could have helped us address into the future. And I'm sure colleagues will stand and they'll, after this, and stand and speak about the great abilities of Mr. Jack, and you may be correct. But it is time to change that direction, to change that status quo. And this was the perfect opportunity. I'll say it again. It has absolutely nothing to do with the person because I was not a part of the interviews. But I'm asked to vote on it. So if I'm being asked to vote on it, I have to look at what I do know. And that's from a business perspective, we've missed an opportunity to bring about change. We've missed that opportunity to bring in a new direction. This is why I moved the motion that was not supported by this council to wait. Now it would have been one more year before an election, but we haven't done that. How long are we locked in? What are the terms of the contract? What will it cost us if that gets changed in a couple of years? Not us. What's it going to cost taxpayers? These are all questions that should be answered before any intelligent person makes a decision. We don't have any of that information before us. So I wish Mr. Jack the best of luck. It's his opportunity to prove me wrong and to shine. I welcome that for him. But the motion before us, as it's presented and with the information I have, I don't feel comfortable supporting that. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
It's time for change. The status quo at City Hall has to go. And I meant what I said at City Council. Here's Michael Jack's response to the media when they asked him about my comments.
Michael, I don't know if you heard Councillor Klein just now saying, we had a chance to bring in new blood. He said nothing against you personally, but you've been with the city for a long time and have, shared perspective with a lot of the people there. What would you say to the criticism that, you know, it'll be difficult to affect change within the city of Winnipeg given your years of service in your many senior executive positions.
Yeah, I understand the comment for sure, and I do appreciate I appreciated the councillor's comments that he wasn't suggesting that he necessarily knew what ideas I would bring or what I would try and move forward, and also indicated that he was hoping I would prove him wrong, and I intend to, and I hope I will.
Everyone deserves an opportunity to prove themselves, and I have said my piece, and now we will start fresh with Mr. Jack, and I will give him that opportunity like I would give anybody else. It doesn't change the fact that this administration, that many on council missed the opportunity for real change. When are things going to change at City Hall? We'll see how Mr. Jack does. But the problem with this is that when we hire somebody at the City of Winnipeg, they are given a gold-plated contract that is very difficult to get somebody out of. So if we have to make a change, it's going to cost taxpayers hundreds of thousands and thousands of dollars. Another gift from this administration, from this mayor's EPC councillors.